Hey there, Marvel fans. Ever watched an Avengers movie and thought, wait a minute, that's not how it happened in the comics? You're not alone. The Avengers have been a staple in comic books since the 1960s, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe has brought these superheroes to life on the big screen in a spectacular way. But with great adaptation comes great differences. Today, we're diving deep into why the Avengers in comics are different from their MCU counterparts. Whether you're a die-hard comic book reader or someone who eagerly waits for each new Marvel movie release, understanding these differences can enhance your appreciation for both mediums. So buckle up, grab your vibranium shields, and let's get started. Let's time travel back to the swinging 60s. In 1963, Marvel Comics introduced the Avengers in issue number 1, bringing together a team of heroes that would become legendary. The original Avengers lineup might surprise you. It included Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Ant-Man, and Wasp. Yep, you heard that right. No Captain America in sight. At least not at first. These heroes united to battle the mischief of Loki, Thor's trickster brother. As the series progressed, the Avengers roster evolved. In Avengers number 4, Captain America was thawed from the ice and joined the team, becoming a central figure. Soon after, characters like Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, and Quicksilver signed up, bringing new dynamics to the group. Throughout the decades, the team saw countless heroes come and go: Black Panther, Vision, Ms. Marvel, and many more. Major storylines like the Kree-Skrull War, Avengers Disassembled, and Civil War shaped the team's destiny, introducing complex plots and character developments that kept readers hooked. The Avengers served as a melting pot for Marvel's diverse characters, uniting them against common threats. This unity not only strengthened the Marvel Universe, but also paved the way for other superhero teams and crossover events. Fast forward to 2008, Marvel Studios began crafting a cinematic universe that would redefine superhero movies forever. The MCU kicked off with Iron Man, introducing us to Tony Stark's world. One by one, we met the key players: Thor, a Norse god with a mighty hammer; Bruce Banner, whose anger issues were explosive; and Steve Rogers, the super soldier from the 1940s. In 2012, the Avengers assembled on screen for the first time, featuring Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, and Hawkeye. Together, they defended New York City from an alien invasion orchestrated by who else? Loki. The MCU intricately weaved individual character arcs into a grand narrative known as the Infinity Saga. Over multiple films, we witnessed the heroes confront personal demons, forge unbreakable bonds, and face the ultimate villain, Thanos. Movies like Captain America: Civil War brought internal conflicts to the forefront, forcing heroes to choose sides. The culmination came with Avengers: Infinity War and Endgame, where the stakes were higher than ever. As the MCU grew, so did the Avengers roster. New heroes like Scarlet Witch, Vision, Falcon, and Spider-Man joined the fray. Each edition brought fresh energy and story possibilities, setting the stage for future phases of the MCU. So why do the Avengers in comics differ from the MCU? Let's break it down. Team composition variations. First off, the founding members differ. In the comics, Ant-Man and Wasp are original Avengers, playing crucial roles from the get-go. In the MCU, they were introduced later, and other characters like Black Widow and Hawkeye took their places on the initial team. Moreover, characters like Wolverine and Spider-Man, who have been Avengers in the comics, were absent from early MCU films due to licensing issues. This led to the MCU focusing on available heroes, reshaping the team's dynamics, character backstories, and personalities. The MCU often tweaks characters' origins and personalities to fit the cinematic narrative. For instance, in the comics, Ultron is created by Hank Pym, Ant-Man. In the MCU, Tony Stark and Bruce Banner are Ultron's creators, altering the storyline significantly. Similarly, the relationship between Vision and Scarlet Witch develops differently. In the comics, their romance leads to a marriage and even children. The MCU explores their relationship but within a different context and timeline. Adapting decades of comic history into a few films requires condensation and changes. Complex arcs like Civil War are simplified to focus on key themes suitable for movies. While the comic version involves a vast number of heroes and intricate subplots, the MCU's Civil War narrows it down to the Avengers. Villains also undergo changes. Thanos in the comics is obsessed with death and seeks the Infinity Gauntlet to impress her. The MCU reframes his motivation to a twisted sense of saving the universe from overpopulation. Comics often delve deeper into themes of identity, morality, and existential crises, given their extended format. The MCU balances drama with humor and high-octane action, creating a tone that's both entertaining and emotionally engaging. For example, storylines like House of M or Secret Invasion are complex, exploring alternate realities and deep betrayals. The MCU touches on similar themes but often opts for a lighter approach to appeal to a broader audience. Understanding the why behind these changes sheds light on the adaptation process. Adaptation constraints. Transforming extensive comic stories into films means condensing or altering plots. Movies have limited runtime, so filmmakers prioritize essential story elements while ensuring each film stands on its own. Character rights and licensing issues. Here's a biggie. Before Disney acquired Marvel, character rights were sold to different studios. That's why we didn't see the X-Men or Fantastic Four in early MCU films. They were owned by Fox. Spider-Man belonged to Sony, leading to complex negotiations to include him in the MCU. These rights issues forced the MCU to adjust, focusing on available characters and sometimes modifying stories that originally included other heroes. Audience and market considerations. The MCU aims to attract both comic fans and newcomers. This means making stories accessible without requiring extensive background knowledge. Simplifying plots and tweaking characters helps avoid alienating viewers. Moreover, cultural shifts influence adaptations. Themes and character portrayals are updated to resonate with contemporary audiences, promoting diversity and inclusivity. Creative vision and storytelling choices. Directors and writers bring their own flair to the MCU. They reinterpret characters and stories to create a cohesive cinematic experience. The emphasis is often on character development and relationships. Building a successful film franchise also means ensuring consistency in tone and style across movies. The MCU's adaptations have propelled Marvel characters into global stardom. Iron Man, once a lesser-known hero, became a household name thanks to Robert Downey Jr.'s iconic portrayal. These films have sparked renewed interest in comic books, with fans eager to explore original stories. They've also expanded the superhero genre, proving that interconnected universes can thrive on screen. Critiques and controversies. Of course, not everyone is thrilled with the changes. Some fans feel that deviating from the comics undermines the original stories. Debates rage over topics like the portrayal of characters or the omission of significant plot points. However, these discussions often keep the fan community engaged, fostering a passionate discourse about what makes these heroes so compelling. Fans are a diverse bunch. While some celebrate the fresh takes on beloved characters, others long for comic accuracy. The MCU's success lies in balancing these expectations, but it's impossible to please everyone. Online forums, conventions, and social media buzz reflect how these adaptations fuel fan engagement. The conversations, be they debates or praises, strengthen the community and keep interest alive. So, there you have it. The Avengers in comics differ from the MCU for a multitude of reasons, from adaptation challenges and licensing issues to creative choices and market demands. Both versions offer unique experiences. The comics provide a rich, in-depth exploration of characters and stories over decades, while the MCU delivers thrilling, interconnected films that bring these heroes to life in new ways. At the end of the day, these differences enrich the Marvel Universe, offering multiple avenues for fans to enjoy and engage with their favorite characters. Whether you're turning the pages of a comic or sitting in a theater, the spirit of the Avengers endures. With new phases of the MCU on the horizon and ongoing developments in Marvel Comics, who knows what exciting changes and adaptations we'll see next? Perhaps the lines between the two will blur even more, bringing us surprises we can't even predict. Stay tuned, true believers.